seconds into it, he realizes he didn't hit go live. So.
That is especially true when it comes to the climate crisis, which is why we will work together and continue to work together to address these issues, to tackle these challenges, and to work together as we continue to work operating from the new norms, rules, and agreements that we will convene to work together on to galvanize global action. With that, I thank you all. This is a matter of urgent priority for all of us, and I know we will work on this together.
There was
diversity is our strength.
There was a brief moment where she said, "We will work together so that we can work together," and then, like, just in the very next line, she said, "And then we will work together to work." And then she realized, oh shit, I just said this exact same thing. I can't say it again. And so she just like cut herself off and moved to the next thought. But then 10 seconds later, she says, "Then we'll work together again."
Well, diversity is our strength, man. That's all I know.
Let your inner light shine.
Do you think it's her speechwriter that's fucking that up, or is she not reading the speech properly, or is she not was the speechwriter part of the staff that turned over 4 times over the course of 2 months, and so they just never hired another one, and she's like ad-libbing everything?
I think
how great would it be if they had
smart. Go on, Ted. Sorry.
Okay, what if they had AI writing her speeches for her? So AI is just going back through her old speeches. So it's just like, it's like compounding Kamala gibberish. When you type into AI, hey, write a Kamala Harris speech.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's either that or she thinks she is so smart she doesn't need a speechwriter. I think it's that more.
But like on the other side of it, you got Joe Biden that he will like deliberately deviate from the speech. He's like, "I'm not supposed to say this, but I like ice cream." It's like, dude, just read the fucking thing that they put up on the prompter for you.
My grandfather was eaten by cannibals.
I love it when he's like, I love it when he says that he's not supposed to say this. I'm not supposed to say this. Like,
I hope that he's really not, and behind the scenes, like, oh fuck, here he goes again, and not like a salesman pitch. Where like, look, man, I'm really not supposed to offer you this. Don't tell nobody.
I don't know. That when he says that, it's like, okay, who's telling you not to say stuff, dude? Like, why are you not allowed to say stuff?
Or they're telling him certain things, and they're like, "All right, now this is one of those things that you're not supposed to say when you're out on the stage." And
just, he's like,
just to like,
this is the only thing he remembers.
Yeah, just to like subconsciously put it in the back of his head, knowing that he's definitely going to say this because he's not supposed to say it. Like, yeah, like Dementia Joe he's gonna go rogue and be like, "Hey, somebody told me this, and I'm not supposed to tell you this, but guess what?"
It's like reverse psychology.
Yeah, it's funny how he does that.
I bet that would work pretty well on like dementia patients and stuff. How do y'all deal with like dementia patients in the nursing home? Do you use some like reverse psychology to get them to do the shit that they don't want to do?
Talk to him like a toddler.
Oh, yeah. Apparently,
that's how he got his girlfriend.
Apparently, you talk to him like a toddler.
Well, seeing as my mom has dementia, like telling her not to do something, she wouldn't remember it 2 seconds later. So.
Yeah, that's how my granddad was whenever he had dementia. It was like, oh yeah, you know, like maybe don't just go crazy at the bank whenever we're just taking out some money.
My mom's memory resets every about 15, 20 seconds. So she'll ask you a question, then ask you another question.
Yeah, see, that's how
it's
he was.
awful.
But his long-term memory was intact, but like the short-term memory was like.
Oh yeah, she can remember everything in her childhood, but she doesn't know who I am or who my sister is anymore.
Oh, that sucks. I hate.
I feel like the key is just unlimited patience.
I know this sounds
dealing with that, you know.
I know this sounds bad.
Unlimited
but my mom and I never got along, and now like every time I walk in the door, she gives me a big hug and is really happy to see me. So I'm cool with her not remembering shit. Like I'm really good with it. It's actually
water
honestly,
under the bridge.
It's one of the best. It's one of the best things that's ever happened to our relationship. It really.
She doesn't remember what an asshole you are, and now she loves you again.
She thinks she likes me now.
Oh, the son I love.
Yeah. There we go.
Well, that's sweet, I guess.
So I do have one thing today. It's a clip from Joe Rogan. Can we play that without getting in trouble?
Yeah, I think Rogan's usually
Is that
all right.
Joe Rogan? He's changed.
Rogies.
Rainy thing. All these like little houses lined up, these little trees lined up, and it blows everything down. Yeah. Okay, so here's the question, right? So what happened? Okay, so this is great. Okay, you'll love this. So what happened to the camera?
You son of a bitch.
How is that happening yet the camera is like totally stable and fine?
Oh my god!
And by the way, and the film is fine. The radiation didn't cause any damage to the film.
Oh my god!
By the way, okay, we'll do this one.
Yeah, I've seen this clip before. Wasn't this? This is like an old one, isn't it?
I think so, but it was just a good point.
So wait a minute. First of all,
wasn't there.
First of all, where the car comes from?
No car.
The second is, does it really look like
car?
A real, does that look like a real car?
That's insane.
Is that a house or is that like is that a tool?
Maybe they've had AI footage for a while, maybe.
What?
Right.
That doesn't look fake.
And then they're just tricking you with
know what
AI
it looks
footage.
like? It looks like
The early AI
the
footage.
smoke is too big. Watch when it hits.
But I mean, it's like he's got a great point. Like, what happened? Why didn't the camera explode? You know, if it was that bad of an explosion.
How close is the camera?
Well,
I mean,
that'd be mine. Without knowing, my report would be, the camera was 3 miles away and it was super zoomed and it was encased in lead or some shit. I'm not saying that's the case.
In the 50s, they did not have that kind of technology on lenses.
That's what we know.
No, they didn't. Not for movie, not for film.
I don't know.
I mean, it would have to be miles away. There was no way that they could do that.
That moon landing footage is pretty impressive. I think they had some technology going on.
Yeah, and they transmitted it like 250,000 fucking miles
Hold on,
live.
Justin. Wait, Justin, you believe in the moon landing? Come on.
I don't believe space is. I don't even believe space is real. What are you talking about?
I was like, oh shoot, man, we got to go over that this morning.
I told Katie had one of her like iLearn things where they have like the standardized testing, and one of them is like they have it. They don't know what it's going to be. They just have to write like a response to a question, whatever they'll get their packet and then they'll have a question and they have to write like a response. I was like, all right, I don't care what the question is. You have to start going into how the escape velocity to exit Earth's atmosphere would completely crush any human being. I don't give a fuck what kind of spacesuit they claim that they're wearing. Space isn't real. The math doesn't add up.
It actually was about space.
It was about space?
Yeah.
Did you write
about the ISS.
Oh, it was about the International Space Station. That's not real either.
I had to be
Well, not anymore. Not since I fell in that guy's house.
What? Fell in that guy's house?
Well, what was it like last week?
The
piece of it hit the guy's house. Yeah, whatever. I don't think it was ISS.
Monday? Was that Monday?
No, it would have been last week.
Space junk. Whatever that is.
Like so we see probably like a launch a week from where we live, and like it is like so like.
What are you doing, Clyde?
I don't know.
It's like crazy.
Bothering
It's like like I'm not like a physicist, but like you see the thing and it's like it doesn't go up, it goes over. You know, it's like okay, it's supposed to go up and around, but I don't know, man. It's so hard. Like they're shooting something into the air when they shoot up the launch, but I don't know what's actually going on. You
They're
know,
seeding the clouds.
Well, they're supposed to they're supposed to have a
Well,
launch angle.
see
Like
that,
that's supposedly they're supposed to have a launch angle, and from that angle, then it's supposed to straighten up whenever it goes in, like goes up into the atmosphere. That's the theory anyway. That it's supposed to like the way it's propelling itself, like it's pushing off from a point.
Right,
like yeah,
because basically, like, orbit is horizontal. You know what I mean? It's, you know, so ending up horizontal, like, makes sense and all that, I guess, you know, if it's round and if what they say is true. But, like,
What are we talking
yeah,
about right now?
it's
I'm
crazy,
just kinda
man.
like,
Dude,
you know.
like, there's sometimes they shoot a really big one, like the Falcon Heavy, I think they call it. Especially if it's at night. I don't know, let's say when it, like, goes through the atmosphere or whatever. There's, like, this giant, like, blue, purple, like, almost looks like a nova, like a nebula kind of thing, like it's fucking punching a wormhole through or some shit. But like it's, I mean, dare I say, the biggest like man-made thing like I've ever seen. Like the size of like this light in the sky after this thing goes like whatever through the atmosphere or whatever. It's just like this big wormhole looking thing. It's fucking unreal, dude. It's really
So
fucking
how do
crazy.
we?
And I don't know what the
how do
fuck
we
it
even
is.
know?
Diatribe on innuendo right there.
How do we even know what a nova or a
I'm trying to
nebula
look it
looks
up,
like?
but I haven't even been able to figure it out. Say what?
Like I said, how do we even know what a nova or a nebula looks like? Like there's a picture of like a sunspot or something from NASA, and then it turned out it was just like super zoomed in on some chorizo or something. Like it
Yeah,
wasn't
but
even
only-
actually.
Sure. I'm just, you know,
Well, I mean,
I'm trying
you
to
saw,
describe this thing the best I can. You know what I'm
remember-
saying.
You remember the report where they were interviewing the two guys that Photoshop all of NASA's stuff, right? You
Yeah.
remember that? Like they literally interviewed the two guys that just Photoshop everything that comes out of NASA. They
You
said
say the
everything's
report
fake.
that. Yeah, there was
I'm
a
sorry?
report that came out not too long
Yeah.
ago that
Yeah,
they
I'll have to
they
find
ran
it.
like all of these NASA images through like the Google AI like filter to see what's real and what's not, and determined that like 80% of the NASA photos are fakes. Love you, bye.
Yeah, like artist rendering. Yeah, technically
Yeah, it's all artist renderings. Everything that
Really?
comes out of NASA is an artist rendering. Nothing
all-
is actually real.
Space is fake and gay.
So
They're
So
shooting
sad,
something
though.
up there. They
Like,
must be
that
changing
and
the light bulbs
dinosaurs-
and the stars.
See,
That's
the
what me and Wayne determined. Oh, one of the stars is out. They got to go up and change the bulb.
Oh,
Well, they're not
why is
actually
that fucking thing flickering? That one's not supposed to flicker right now. Go fix it. Jesus.
No, see, they have to reset the
Give me a rocket,
simulation.
Elon.
See, they have to reset the simulation a little bit. That's why we get these glitches and everything. You know, like these weird
That's
things
why
happen.
That's why Tesla got so much government money, was because Elon decided to start launching rockets, and they were like, "Oh fuck, he's gonna figure it out," because he's like smart enough to figure out how to actually get up there.
Change
Like,
the
all
light
right,
had to get
just
NASA
dump,
to partner
just
with
dump
them.
a metric fuck ton of money into Tesla and get him to not talk about it. Like keep firing rockets so people believe the farce, but just don't say what's going on. You know, to say you're taking a Dogecoin to Mars, what the fuck ever. Keep people believing it. Don't start. Don't blow the lid on this thing.
Tell people about how we're going to colonize Mars and all this crap. Yeah.
Mars isn't.
Man,
real.
there are stories. Oh, I forget the name of the organization and the people, but there was this group of people, and they were trying to like start their own, space thing, rockets, whatever. And like they were raising money and this and that, and they just had story after story about every way the government would try to shut them down. Even just like raising money. Like they did like a raffle, and they charged them with like 900 felony counts of like running your own lottery or some shit. Like just all sorts of crazy shit. They're like, yeah, man, unless you're like approved for one reason or another, they ain't let you do space shit. Like no way. So yeah, I think you're definitely right. Elon's playing ball.
of course he is. That's how he's getting all of his money.
My question is though, if space is truly fake and gay, then where do we get the likes
Why
of
you got
Hillary
up
Clinton and other reptilians from there? Like where do they come from?
Hollow Earth, they come up from below.
You
Yeah,
think?
they're not
Okay.
from above; they're from below, man. They're from hell.
All right.
So, did you guys see that Alec Baldwin's back in the news?
Oh yeah. This is great.
He didn't shoot anybody this time, but he should have.
Why did you put that lady.
Is that to Alec Baldwin?
You got that lady got no jail
Make
time.
it big.
Hold on.
No jail time, Alec. No jail
Was
time,
this like at a
Alec.
Panera Bread or some
You're
shit?
putting innocent people in jail, Alec Gold.
Yeah, he's like at Panera.
Free
Yeah.
Palestine, Alec, just one time, and I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone. I swear. Just say free Palestine one time. One time. One time. One time, Alec. You know he's
Why did they have to say that?
you know he's a criminal. Come on, Alec. Just say free Palestine one time. One time. Just one time.
You know, if
please.
he would have
And I'll
taken
leave you
her
alone.
out, I would have
Free
been okay with
Palestine.
it.
Was he waving
Please
a fart
say
away?
it.
I hope he crushed
Watch
up there.
this.
One
Watch
time.
He's trying to tell her to leave.
Alec, can you please say free Palestine?
Is he at
God,
the
that woman is
restaurant?
annoying.
She
I'm
is.
sorry.
She sounds small and screechy. Like there are ways
She
to
is.
deal with that without throwing a punch. Just pick her up, drop her, and then be like, "All right, I'm leaving."
Okay, I don't know if somebody AI'd this, but this is
I didn't.
what she
I didn't
looks
assault
like.
her. I just picked her up.
That's what she looks like.
No,
No, that's not her.
no.
There's
I don't
She
know.
sounded more Hispanic. That lady. I
no
think she
that's
should be like
there,
Haitian or
she's
something.
she's kind of like that. I think that's kind
Is
of
that AI?
Wait, no. Let's see. That may actually be her there.
Yeah,
What?
that's what that's her.
It is a black chick. It is a black chick.
She claimed that like he broke her face or something.
Yeah, she's claiming all kinds of stuff against him.
I mean, like
Even though she
seriously,
got in
that's-
his
I don't.
face.
I don't care what he did, man. Like, that's harassment. Knock her
Yeah, I
ass
mean
out.
that's hard for
All he did
anybody
was
to.
smack the phone out of her hand. He didn't hit her. He didn't do anything. He smacked the phone out of her.
Yeah, but when you smack the phone out of somebody's hand, especially if you break it, that is like destruction of property and people. Which
Yeah,
I'm
they'll
not-
charge you
I'm
with
not
like grand
disagreeing.
theft, dude. Yeah, because like if it's over $1,000 phone, they'll like charge you with like a fucking felony and shit because it's like puts
Yeah.
it in, like,
Unless you're in
grand
New
theft
York
range. It's crazy.
or unless you're in New York or California, then they don't bother you, right?
No, you probably get in trouble for breaking it. The trick is you got to steal it.
Yeah,
You take it and
Oh,
put it in your
okay,
pocket.
sorry.
Then you
Steal
look
it.
at it.
If you steal it,
So
you're
take
good.
her phone. Yeah, take her phone. Don't smack it out of her hand. Just snatch that bitch and stick
I
it in
mean-
your pocket and walk off.
I don't, like.
What?
I'm
Whoa.
with Alec on this one, man. I'm with Alec on this one. And insufferable.
Yeah, no, that's
is just irritating.
well, that's just chick shit where you're not used to getting hit. Like, cause like dudes, we know you don't behave that way because you get punched in the fucking face. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like chicks don't
Yep.
have that, so they'll go say free Palestine, say free. You know, like on Jackie Brown, Lewis.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, of course, she got fucking shot in the stomach for it, but you know, deserved at that point, you know.
But see,
But yeah, dudes don't do
but
that. 'Cause we
women-
know, like,
see, so I'm pretty sure. I feel like there needs to be studies on this, but I'm pretty sure that there is no risk reward, mechanism in the thought process of any female. Like there's no risk reward analysis that like they have such a low level of risk reward analysis that they just view everything as like, oh, if I get something out of it, period, like, you know, just like, you know, oh, I get sex from this guy, but you know, he could beat me and impregnate me and all this kind of stuff, and they're okay with that. Like, they're like,
Or
oh,
I can go get in somebody's face and talk shit and be a fucking crazy bitch because if they punch me, then I'm the victim because they
yeah,
punched me and now I'm the victim of abuse. Or if they refuse to acknowledge me and talk to me, then that's, you know, I'm now a victim because of that. Or they actually do what I say and then I win. It's like I win or I win or I win.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
you just
I still don't understand what that had to do with say free Palestine. Like, it's just mental illness at that point, right? Like,
yes, the free
Is
Palestine.
yeah,
means-
she has
is
to
he a
get
Jew?
something from him.
Is Alec a Jew? I
What?
don't think he is he?
no,
Oh,
he supported
probably.
Israel though.
I
He
mean-
supported Israel. I don't know if he is a Jew, but I know he said like supported Israel.
I'm pretty sure
He's
they're Catholic.
Hollywood though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to do that if he wants to work again.
I
that's how
mean,
democracy works. You yell at people who don't agree with you in public.
it's the best
See,
method.
You know, I thought I was taught, you know, a few years ago that you just like punch them in the face to begin with. Like that's where you start. Like, yeah, you're wrong, so I'll punch you in the face. That's what.
Right.
That's
Punch,
what the.
punch Nazis. Punch
Yeah,
Nazis.
exactly.
Oh, speaking of
Yeah,
Nazis,
until somebody punches back, then they're the victim, right?
speaking of Nazis, you want to pull up that thing about the shit that just passed in Germany? And you know who wouldn't have allowed some bullshit like that to pass? I'm not saying
You pulling
they
that
were
up,
right. I ain't saying they're right. I'm just saying they wasn't wrong.
Trey, are you pulling that one up?
I don't see that one. Let's see the legislation passed in Germany.
It was allowing parents to start transitioning their children as infants to just decide, okay, my kid's not going to be a boy, even though they were born that way. They're going to be a girl, and also like jail time for people
Wait,
or like jail
Whoa.
time
Here
for
we go.
people who dead name or misgender other people.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Germany passed a new law that will enable parents to transition their babies starting from the moment they are born.
Well, I guess
Self-determination.
if you can murder them in the womb, why not be able to transition them, right? I mean,
Murder them outside too.
Well, I mean that's the goal, right? Like
No,
the
see,
goal,
now
the
this is
goal
where
is-
it's fucked up. You got to start transitioning before they get out of the womb, and then you're under the same pretenses. You know, but
Oh,
once they're out, then they're here, and you got to deal with
Now,
it how they
the
are.
whole, you know, like you go to get the ultrasound. It's like, oh, that's a boy. Well, she actually wants to be a girl. So let's go ahead and fix that in the womb while we're there. And
It's easier to administer hormones while they're in the womb. I mean, you got a feeding tube.
But see,
it
they
seems like
God.
but they
practically it
can't
makes
do.
sense.
But they can't do that because then they're actually acknowledging that it's not just a clump of cells; it's a human being. And
that would be
No,
So
no,
it's
but that's the thing. That's why you can, because it's just a clump of cells. You can do whatever you want to it at that point. But once it comes out,
Play-Doh.
then transitioning gets weird. Yeah.
Dag, you're joking, but I feel like this is where the actual
this is where it's
conversation-
fucking going.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying this is why, by their logic, it makes more sense to do it before they come out.
I don't think we should wait
Before
for
they
these
have
people
free will.
to self-immolate. Like we should just go ahead and immolate them for them. Like,
I mean, Germany has fallen so far from the 1940s. Like, it's just so sad.
What do you mean? That's where it started.
You know what I mean?
Like it's going back to its origin point is what you're getting.
Yeah.
how far do you,
Going back
how
to
far
Weimar.
how far can the pendulum swing before it swings even harder and faster back the other way and makes the 1930s look tame? Because that's where we're going. Like that's the direction that society is pushing right now. Like if they keep sending it so far to that extreme, when it swings back, it's gonna be fucking brutal. And I'm here for it.
They're
I'm
like
kinda-
a NASCAR driver going full send into the corner and just like hitting the safer barrier as hard as possible. And they don't care about the crash that's going to happen. They're like, well, it's a safer barrier, right? Just
So I was thinking about this morning. If they successfully get it to pop off, then that gives the
Are you still
UN
talking about
a way-
babies?
No, I'm talking about what Justin was just talking about.
Yeah.
Then that gives the UN the ability to go into all these places and take over.
The UN,
Like, I mean,
the
that's-
UN doesn't do anything. The UN has no military. They don't have any force.
Well, then NATO,
not
whatever.
yet.
You know what I mean?
Not
Like
yet.
the
They're
UN
the same.
Yeah, I know, but it gives NATO that chance then.
They're a collection of their pieces, and the pieces that are going to run those pieces are probably going to be the ones that align on the opposite side of that of what they want to push.
There is a
Like,
chance of that, yes, but
They're just those are just organizations. They don't actually have any like. There are a bunch of people
Governing
who sit
power
around
or
and talk
anything.
about shit. They don't actually have the ability to do anything without relying on everybody else to do stuff for them. Like, they're just a bunch of fucking.
They need the member states to actually
Since they
do.
created that country in the 40s, they haven't had the power to do anything.
well, the United States was the authority that backed actually doing that. So
Yeah, I
This
just
is
I
not big
just
to me.
remember something
Fuck
like it
you,
was like
dude,
a
I don't like you.
recommendation from the UN was like what they used as a justification to, you know.
Hey, we should
strong arm their
we
way
should
in.
create this.
All right.
Yeah,
I gotta
there
go.
you go. All right, good luck, buddy.
Good luck, dude. Leave the knives in the car.
The funeral march begins.
All right, now that Dad's gone, we can really have some fun.
Yeah, there we go. Did you guys see? I gotta pull
The new
it up.
Roadhouse? Yes.
No, I have not seen that.
The first
is it
one.
as bad as people say?
Yeah, it's horrible. The
Yeah,
first one's, infinitely better.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured.
The first one's only good in the frame that it was the 80s, and so that was a acceptable, fun movie. But no, yeah, it's like Jake Gyllenhaal in the new one.
Well,
It's something. It's in Florida.
you know, it's probably because of
Stacy.
the and
I know that face anywhere.
good old Stacy.
But also built into every defeat are the seeds of victory. We have seen victory, but we cannot rest on that victory and think that it is impermeable.
How did she come back from like
What we know
Zambia or wherever she was?
the attack on diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, is an attack on democracy. It's an attack on education. It's an attack on how our economy works. Because what Reverend Warnock and John Ossoff, what Senator Ossoff and Senator Warnock represent, are pathways to the American dream. They are proof points. And those proof points scare those who want this world to be more narrow and more restrictive. And so we have to recognize that our opportunity to hold to those successes requires our constant attention, our constant tending. Voting is not magic. Voting is medicine. But it also means that it's a constant engagement, that we can't have a moment.
Oh, I thought she was about to go to the vaccine round. I was like, it's a vaccine. You need to have one every year. Like,
What
But,
did she
but
say?
she's-
She say DEI is not like
so her claim is that so like here's the main claim: the attack on diversity, equity, inclusion, DEI, is an attack on democracy, attack on education. She's basically going down the line of like attack on DEI is on attack on everything.
And I'm good with attacking all those things. I'm
that's what I
100% in favor of attacking those things.
that was what I assumed would be her line, but I thought she was like, the anti DEI, and then I was like, wait, what? Really, Stacey? She get it right this time?
Oh hell no.
No, she's
Never.
no, she's saying like, what's funny to me is that in the middle of that she said something about like Warnock and I forget the other guy.
Ossoff.
Ossoff. Yeah.
Butt face.
So yeah, butt face. Yeah, but those guys, they like they're an example, she said, of like, oh, the American dream. But then she's talking about DEI. She's saying that DEI.
Yeah.
So she's saying DEI is responsible for them being there, which is stupid. But it's probably true, but it's also stupid.
Ossoff's parents are loaded. All right, they're loaded.
Okay,
And,
so he's just got money.
and I guess maybe Warnock. He kind of, he's the reverend that is cool with abortion. So I mean,
Yeah.
he's just picking whatever he wants to be. He's living that dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's trying to say like, DEI, like you should want the whole point of her argument was that you should want DEI because it is something that we should value as a society, is essentially what she's saying. Like we should, like she's saying that you should want to have like a plurality of people, I guess, in whatever institution, government, whatever that you have.
Yeah. I mean, if you got your crap together, I guess, but we haven't seen that yet. So.
Yeah. I mean, just look at how Warnock's voting record. That can tell you a lot.
I hope she doesn't run again.
I have a feeling
we
she will.
dodged that bullet a couple times, and I don't know if we can do it a third time. I'm just
that's a pretty big bullet.
Yeah.
It's more of a cannonball, really.
Yeah.
I still think she's I can't remember the dude's name.
Grimace?
No.
She's got a pretty gross nose. She looks like
the football
she
guy.
looks like the
She
penguin.
looks like
Oh yeah, the
Danny
the
DeVito's
penguin.
penguin.
Yes. Yes. Danny
Nose.
DeVito's penguin, but black.
Yeah.
I can't find it. I don't know. Trey, you might be able to find it. I'm looking for the Kanye West stuff.
Oh, his new
He's his new adventure.
porn company.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to P. Diddy,
really
by the
want to
way?
talk about that?
As long as we're on rappers, in the meantime, and you find that, what happened to P. Diddy? Did they ever find him?
Wayne was telling me his bodyguard came out and was talking about taking him butt plug shopping. So that's something.
Oh God.
Wait, which one?
Oh, I don't know. But he's like, man, what you doing? Looking at all these butt plugs. Man, shut up, mind your business. Let me.
Diddy or
I look at
West?
butt plugs. I want to shop a butt plug.
Diddy or West? Which one?
Diddy.
Okay. Because you don't know anymore, man. They're all into that shit.
Here we go. Kanye West.
Self-respecting American hasn't owned a couple dozen butt plugs in their day.
Kanye West reportedly plans to launch a porn studio and brand name under the name Yeezy Porn.
Really?
After he literally said it was demonic like a year ago.
Well, okay, so he also came out
I
against
feel
a
like he
certain
produced
group.
porn I'm into.
Hold on. He also came out against a certain group. That certain group stopped his banking, and then
And
he
they're,
said,
like,
"Oh,
biggest
I love this group," and now he's
Porn
doing this.
industry group ever, right?
Yes. So I think there's some ties in that one.
I think they're
love the response.
Forcing the back room, you know.
What are the
It was
response?
him watching 21 Jump Street that brought it all around.
Discussing the respect for filth, like and just like yeah. I mean, well, of course, I think this is America First. This is like the Fuentes guys, so they're probably upset by the fact that he's wanting to do porn. Porn company.
And I'm dead serious when I say this. I find it very interesting, that whole scenario. He went against that group. His banking got shut down. He came back. He went to Israel, said, "Oh, I love this group now," and made his mea culpa. And now he's starting this.
They didn't accept him though. They didn't accept him. They didn't accept his apology. So I don't know.
Because he needed to start the porn studio.
They dissed him in public. Literally, the nation of Israel, I'm pretty sure, put out a statement saying we don't accept his apology.
Yeah, but now that he's going to start the porn studio, I'm sure Reverend Shmuley is going to be loving him again.
Only if he uses his brand of butt plugs.
Ran by well, of course they're going to get
product placement, you know?
I really don't know why that guy is getting such popularity. Like, he's
you gotta have a priest come in and sprinkle the
oh god.
They call them rabbis, Steve, but yeah,
whatever.
I know what you're saying.
I'm not Jew and I don't want to be a Jew.
Oh shit.
Well, but this looks like recently he's been saying that he's saying that celebrities can't. Okay, so this is so weird how Kanye West is like the interesting just because I don't know what he's doing.
Kanye West is a freaking mental
schizophrenic.
Like the guy is absolutely out of his mind.
Because here's him talking about why people can't support Palestine.
And yes, Jay, that Shmuley is definitely a plan. He's definitely there to get.
This is not hate speech. This is the truth. And these people, if you say anything out of the line with the agenda, then your career could be over.
Listen,
So
I hear you. You made that.
Who does a? I mean,
I love
point
you,
is
sir.
because
Why
it's
do you keep?
He does.
Why,
Yeah,
no, sir,
here's why.
Don't cut me off, sir. Respect.
I
my point.
listened to it. You've
Respect-
made it several times.
No, I'm not finished, sir.
I
You're trying-
understand,
look,
but
I'm
you
not
said
finished,
it
sir.
several times.
I'm not
and
finished,
it is
sir.
an
But my
ugly
people haven't
thought.
heard me. My people, they
People
need
have
to
heard you.
hear. They need to hear me saying out loud what the truth is. There's a bunch of people in Hollywood that are actors, that play basketball, that play sports, that are in music, that know what I'm saying, that feel what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean he's saying that they can't stand with Palestine because they have Jewish people contracting them. But he's saying that, but then he's doing all this other kind of stuff. I don't know. He's strange.
Say free Palestine. Just one free Palestine, yay!
I mean, so the whole thing.
They just send that woman in there at him, dude. Go get one out of him.
I know. As soon as he does, he's done. His goose is cooked. But he could be.
I really think he was sat down and said, if you ever want to see your money again, you'll do this stuff. And
You know what's bad is when you are a Jew and you're actually you actually are barred from doing something, being a university professor apparently.
Okay, we got Columbia too.
Yeah,
Is this Columbia?
Is this the one Columbia? I think it's Columbia.
Yeah. Okay.
this-
We got to talk about this.
Are we not letting the media in? What? Can you back up, please? My card has been deactivated? Why? Can you back up, please?
Uh-huh.
Wait. Everybody, my card has been deactivated. This is Cass Holloway, the COO. This is Gerald Lewis. They were in the meeting where I asked them if Hamas is a terror organization, and they couldn't say that it is a terrorist organization. Why? I'm a professor. Why can I say No, speak out loud so the media can hear.
We are willing to take you to the Mathlon.
No, I am a professor here.
We have a
Wait, everybody quiet. I am a professor here. I have every right to be everywhere on campus. You cannot let people that support Hamas on campus and me,
He's
a
just as annoying as the
professor.
Alec Baldwin chick.
Didn't they just suspend Omar's daughter?
To me now.
They I think they did a fake arrest of her or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how they do the arrest like of Greta Thunberg, where they just
Greta,
like, pick her up and
Yeah.
you know, and they did it with the squad where they didn't actually put handcuffs on them, but they had their hands behind their back.
Yeah, that's what they did with
acting.
Omar's daughter.
It's all play acting. It's everything that they're doing. Is
We
play
are ruled
acting.
by theater kids. Literally ruled by theater kids. That's what we have.
Fucking
here.
retards are gonna rule the world.
Finally
now.
getting the
Jesus
last laugh.
criminy.
yeah, the theater kids. We made fun of them in high school. Look where they are now.
Guess what now?
It's crazy because like I always consider myself like a dork or a nerd, but there's like when there's people like this, I'm like, oh, like they're fucking dorks, dude.
Yeah, those
They're
are
like my
dork
standard. It's like, yeah, dude. It's like, fuck, man. Like, okay, like we were silly and not cool or whatever, but we weren't fags, you know?
Yeah.
Like, fuck,
It's
man.
like it's like now like there's like these new age of like people who play games and like streamers who play video games and stuff like that, and then they're like, guys, we can't have hate speech in my chat. Oh my god, you do the clap thing and everything.
The
They're
clap
like,
talk.
Yeah. It's like I can't have hate speech in my chat and stuff like that. And it's like, no, y'all are just gay, and everybody would just call you queer and go on. Like,
I never do the clap talk for obvious reasons because it's
Yeah.
something that kind of people did. But the other day, I was talking to this guy I work with, and he was talking about how during COVID, one of the local like bikini restaurants, Duke's, you know, they couldn't have people in, so they'd be like, oh, if you buy a takeout meal, we'll wash your truck, you know, like for free, like in bikinis and shit. And he's like, dude, I went there every day and got a meal and had them wash my truck. And he's like, yeah, it got to the point where they refused to wash the truck. They're like, it's clean. And they're like, it's only clean because you wash it every day. If you don't wash it every day with your tits, it will not be clean. that's the only appropriate time.
He's doing the clap talk. Yeah.
Now I gotta say this. I do
that's an
where I
appropriate
respect
clap
the
talk.
That's where the clap talk is very necessary.
Yeah, it was worth it there. It felt right. It just flowed out of me.
He was doing the clap talk because he wanted to see the actual clapping.
Yeah, that's right. Well, but by their logic though, because it's not dirty, no shit. Because I get it washed every day because I'm a fucking freak. So wash it. Damn.
You made this rule.
That man deserves an award.
You know who else deserves an award? This guy deserves an award. So he shot. He shot George Allen Kelly, apparently Arizona rancher. He shot an illegal alien on his property, and it ended in mistrial. Actually, I'm actually surprised. I'm very.
Where was this in?
Pleased with the outcome. Because this is Arizona, so in Arizona,
yeah, he's lucky he didn't go to jail for life being in Arizona.
Like what happened? Like I mean, like was the guy
illegal
like you
showed
know?
up on his property? Let me see if I can find the actual. Yeah, let me see if I can find the actual order.
You just have like a pop a guy for trespassing, or was it actually like?
Right, so was he just like walking through, or was he like trying to have sex with one of his farm animals? Without permission.
Let's see.
You had to pay me for that. He didn't pay the rent for that
Who's
one.
found shot after Kelly fired warning shots in the air? Oh, well, that's dumb. You don't fire warning shots, you idiot.
Did the guy keep coming at him, or was he like firing warning shots as he ran away and then shot him? It's
You don't fire warning shots in the air. You shoot them into the ground right before their feet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
if you
anything is common courtesy for your neighbors and not fire into the air anyhow.
Yeah.
Hey, you never spent time in Detroit during New Year's Eve, then I take it.
Well, my point stands. It's common courtesy to your neighbors to not do that. That's the point. Oh shit!
Did I ever tell you about the time I was photographing a wedding? We were just outside of Chicago. We're photographing.
Kelly's defense attorney. Oh, so here's what he says: alleged that Kelly saw a group of armed immigrants and shot up in the air as a warning, and said he shot one of them with a barrage of bullets. Spent casings, no bullets were.
I don't understand what the problem is. They were on his property.
Prosecution and defense told different stories. They were running south.
They weren't there. How do they tell a different story?
They probably. I'm assuming they have the guy because he didn't die. So.
Oh, see, that's the guy's problem. He didn't kill him.
He didn't shoot to kill.
He killed him.
Yeah, so let's see. He has. Pretty sure.
Now it's going to cost more because he's getting like treatment for free too, right?
Yeah. Well, and he's probably going to get released into the U.S. after being because where's the thing? There was a thing that
he just naturalized them.
No, there was literally a thing that
they probably did.
The Martha's Vineyard. So recently there was an update on the ones that DeSantis sent to Martha's Vineyard. Yeah. Well, apparently they're now U.S. citizens somehow.
Hey, that's the deal, man. You let us make you a pawn in my political stunt. We'll let you in. It was all worked out ahead of time.
Illegal aliens shipped to Martha's Vineyard given prime victim visas. That's what it says.
Victim visas? What?
Yep.
That's a thing?
Yes.
It is now.
Was this the thing before?
Yeah, man.
Like what? I mean, like,
yeah, no, they had to make a deal with those people.
Boarding charter flights to the wealthy liberal community. The U visa, or U non-immigrant status, is designated for victims of specific crimes who have endured mental or physical abuse and assist law enforcement or prosecuting criminal acts. So,
yeah,
they're eligible to work
even
in
more
the
of a
United
stunt
States.
than how much of a stunt it was. Like it was just a stunt anyhow, even like on its face. But now it's like it was just like a super stunt. It was like, yeah, these people really at this point weren't even like illegal immigrants. They were going to let them, like, these were like some of like the actual asylum people, right? It sounds like they were actually like, and even when I saw the videos of them, it was like some like terrified looking little old woman, which of course they pick and choose what videos. But it's like, yeah, these are people they were going to let in anyhow. Yeah.
Really,
what's the over under on the fact that Biden will give an amnesty? Blanket amnesty before he leaves office.
Wait, what?
Over under on Biden giving blanket amnesty before he leaves office. He will.
No.
I hate to say Like I hate to say anything for sure because you never fucking know. Nothing surprises me. I'd have a hard time seeing that.
I think it would depend. I mean, I think it depends kind of on who's coming in behind him. I think it depends on like the long game. Is the long game to like take over, tank everything, and then the Democrats come back as heroes? Because if that's the way, then I don't think blanket amnesty would do it. If
what was his first move?
Blanket amnesty
executive ordering away everything that Trump did. So wouldn't the next person? Couldn't they just executive order away? All that shit.
No, because they've codified into law a lot of stuff saying that, like with the Ukraine bill. Like it goes through 2025, and they put something in there that you cannot executive order it away, and so if Trump does it, they can impeach him for that. Like they've been doing.
Executive orders aren't really even executive orders.
No. They've taken that away, and they're actually working now on the Schedule F. They're trying to get the Schedule F stuff.
They won't get that one.
They will. They will.
Schedule F. I can only.
That's what I have to file for my taxes because I have a farm. Is that what you mean?
The Schedule F is where they can
government employee fire.
They can let go. What is it? 80% of the government.
That's just what they're saying, but like
Okay.
what it's really for is
It's a
just
blanket firing.
It's not the actual firing. Schedule F is a designation where you can actually you can fire government employees without having to without basically no government employees is tenured anymore. Like kind of like
Oh,
they were.
cool.
Like, so now you could fire whatever government employee they've been there for 15 years. Who cares? You're gone. Like you could fire those guys. So that's what Schedule F
It takes away their
allows.
protections.
Yeah.
They don't have a union. I think Congress would have like a union or something.
No, they have a union. No, they're the workers.
like a
a lot of the
contractor
workers
union.
are under union rules, but this is like a it gets rid of everybody.
Yeah.
It cleans the rolls out. It gives them the ability to fire people without anything. You're basically making their job. You're designating the job. I forget the wording, but you're designating the job so it doesn't have a government designation anymore. So you can't actually have that job through the government.
Yeah.
I think all it's going to do is privatize it and make it even worse.
Possibly, that's very possible. I mean, we've seen it what they do whenever they contract out Google or whatever. Like they're contracting Google, they're contracting Amazon, they're contracting all these other services.
Let's talk about the TikTok thing.
Oh,
you see
TikTok.
what they? I personally think that they are going after TikTok because they want to own it because all the ad revenue.
Possibly.
I think it's all ad revenue money, and you have companies like Instagram and X and everybody else losing everything because the algorithm on TikTok's their TikTok's algorithm is so well done that all the ad revenue is going there. I mean, shit, I'm looking at advertising on TikTok right now for a coffee shop.
I think it's probably more for the propaganda. TikTok is, the biggest one.
TikTok is where everyone is at. Yes, no, yes.
It's where all the malleable kids are.
Yes, and where all the people who will be or are capable of being programmed are looking at TikToks. So
I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying, but they wouldn't be pushing this hard, and there wouldn't be Americans lining up to buy it if it wasn't an ad, like it wasn't something they can make a shit ton of money on.
Yeah, but they already have YouTube. Like YouTube is already, and that YouTube has shorts, and YouTube Shorts are actually doing pretty well. Like
YouTube and
YouTube
TikTok
overall,
are completely on the opposite ends.
I don't know.
I don't usually say this, but Steve's making some good points.
Oh, come on.
but I don't.
I agree with you, Steve.
Everything.
In the I don't know, like overall, I haven't followed this much, but I mean, yeah, dude. If there's money to be made off of it, that they don't just want it killed. Like even if they want to, like, okay, get it away from China or whatever the beef is here. Like, yeah, somebody wants that money. It's not. This isn't necessarily like the old days of like, eliminating all the competition. If there's something there that's making dough, it's like somebody wants it. Now it might conglomerate with another current company, Meta or whatever.
Well, they want it for the algorithm. They want it because they can't figure out what the algorithm's doing to make their ads way more sustainable. I mean, TikTok's making an amazing amount of money through ad revenue.
Yeah, but like
Good for them.
I don't think they're. I don't think the ad revenue is necessarily what's the draw though. Like there's a lot of data. I think it's a combination of data, propaganda, and then I think third is the money. Honestly, it's data because data's more valuable. Ad revenue is pissed.
They don't need money. Like they don't need it.
Yeah, no, you don't need the money. It's piss in a bucket for compared to what they can get from everything else that the U.S. is allowed to kind of.
Yeah, but they're stealing a company.
But the data, but the data.
I understand.
Data is more valuable.
Fine, data, whatever. But they're stealing a company from another country and taking it over, and they're lying about the reasoning behind it.
They really want World War III.
Well, I'd have to assume that
they're really
let's
trying
say-
to get Russia and China to hold hands so we can,
if like because
How else
no,
does the military
yeah, I
complex
think
make money?
if anything, I think the whole thing is more of a propaganda thing, and hey, like Clyde just alluded to, China, Russia, etc. But I just got to say, I really hate to think that we live in a world where profit and money is third most important on somebody's list of motives for something. That's not the kind of my brain doesn't wrap around that kind of world.
Well,
My brain.
Here's why I say data, because do you know how valuable your data is to companies right now? How much?
Which is technically profit and money, right?
Well, no, it's
just
not
a new
profit and
world.
money until they make a sale. But
Sure.
they are going to
Step two.
They can sell it. Yeah, they can sell your data. They can do all this kind of stuff, and yeah,
Step three is
that
profit.
ends up being a profit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the more information they know on you as someone, they can sell it to other companies. They can partner with other companies and sell your data.
Sell it back to China.
Sell it back to China. Yeah, hell, they can buy
couldn't
TikTok,
China just
sell the
use
data
a
back to
theoretical
China
shredder?
and make profit.
Like, yeah, we'll turn it over to you, but it's like all hollowed out and none of like the proprietary
that'd be great.
proprietary technologies there.
It's okay. Like Elon is bringing back Vine, so even if TikTok dies, Vine is coming back. Apparently,
I wish he'd bring back
anyhow.
what was it, Telescope or Periscope? I wish he'd bring back Periscope. I like that.
Oh, I
See,
remember.
You like
that.
watching people
What it
commit mass
was.
murder?
Well, yeah,
Is that usually what it was used for?
I mean, often yes. Yeah.
well, I don't know if you remember
But
that's
except
where
for,
that.
except
Remember
for
when the
Facebook
dude was
Live occasionally
scaling?
got one or two. Facebook Live gets a couple of mass murderers.
Remember when the
They
dude
can
was
play.
the Trump Tower, climbing up the Trump Tower? That was all Periscope.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that's
He
stupid.
killed it right after that.
Yeah, what an idiot! Climbing up all the way to the top of Trump Tower. Did he live, or I can't remember if he lived or
After
if
they beat the shit out of him.
Oh, did he climb back down? Did he actually climb back down? I think
No,
he did.
they pulled him through a window and then beat the living shit out of him.
He fell down the stairs on mistake as we were bringing him down.
He fell down all 47 flights.
He looks a little rough.
like
It
a
wasn't us.
cartoon character, like rolling down the flight of stairs.
His uncle was part Slinky, so it just came natural.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
God. No, I Trey, I totally get what you're saying, and I agree with you on part, but I think it has way more to do with the ad revenue because they're just making a hell of a lot more money than everybody else right now on ad revenue.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
That's cool,
information
you
you
know?
have the ad revenue, the money there, but I think like the information on the people, the control, like the amount of control you can gain from that, which in the end may be money, but at the same
Yeah,
time,
but
I
the
think
US
that
wants-
control is like it's
But
everything. It's in everything they
regardless,
do.
the U.S. is trying to steal that control. They're trying to take it over so that they can control.
Well, yeah, they want. I
over
mean,
everybody else.
for sure.
They're not gonna change anything. They're gonna still push the whole LGBT. Cut your
Yeah, but then they have the
whatever
control. And
off.
they have a better weapon to administer control, right? A better technology to seed control. I don't know.
Yeah, they do.
Stay off TikTok. Don't give them your money, Steve. Don't do it.
Shit, man, I gotta sell coffee.
You gotta put out some dances.
This is how they win. This is how this is how them
You're part of the
Chinese
problem, Steve. Yeah.
win. This is how them Chinese win. That's how they're beating America right now. Tell you.
Before you know it, Steve's gonna be in a pair of cutoffs, dancing to some Kelly Clarkson on TikTok.
Oh God!
It's gonna be a sight to behold.
Oh dear God!
Gonna see him said like what was that Kelly Clarkson song the recent
Am I dating myself that Kelly Clarkson's the only young hip female artist I could come up with.
No, he's gonna be dancing to Taylor Swift music. That's what it is. He's gonna have the new Taylor Swift album, and he's gonna be like every song he's gonna have a TikTok for it. That's what it is.
Oh god. Have you ever seen the videos going around on X with all the insane women at the
Yes.
Like
They're
crying, like falling over her songs. I'm like,
yeah, no,
my
that's
God, people.
Me and Wayne were joking the other day, coming up with a scenario that, like, for fun, Taylor Swift, like, you know, she's so rich and she's blowing some steam that she she basically like owns a couple poor countries in Africa, and she just she puts on like an African warlord costume and like goes over there and like wreaks havoc and like has whole villages murdered and exterminated, and it's just how she gets the rocks off on the weekends, and then she comes back over here and puts on concerts.
Do you guys remember?
Cries about her relationships. Yeah, that'd be funny. She's crying about her like personal life relationships while she's murdering, like getting.
You will never ever rebuild again.
I can't remember the actress.
I could believe the
Kim
warlord.
Basinger?
I could believe the warlord thing because of the recent dance she did. Like, I don't know if you saw it. Like, oh,
I didn't, but this might play in.
Okay, let's see here if I can find it real quick.
Do you remember? Was it
Yeah, she
Kim
put one
Basinger
of, like, the-
that bought this town and like totally destroyed this town? I'm pretty sure it was Kim Basinger.
Oh man, where's the?
That's funny. It's
Yeah.
Basinger. Kim Basinger.
That's
Billy Baldwin.
Oh, I forgot about that episode. That's when The Simpsons was kind of going downhill there.
Yeah, that was like the 11th season or something. It was
Yeah.
starting to stretch a little bit there.
I mean, seriously,
Okay,
does
here's-
anybody even watch it anymore, or is it just on TV because they need a filler?
This is a
know.
screenshot from the most recent Taylor Swift music video.
Is she
Apparently.
shitting her pants?
And then she's doing like some kind of like unga bunga thing. I don't know. Like,
This is called My Water Just Broke in Kmart.
All we know is
somebody
this
needs
is what
to,
the
like,
retards
paint
watch.
this. Look, you paint this, and you say, you name it that. You name it that. Dad. You're like, water broken Kmart. That's the new art painting. It's this picture right here.
Just a bunch of retards. That's all it is.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.